The market is the theater of the absurd to me. I feel like a spectator in it. You know what? The bottom line is I'm happy for the bulls. I've been cautious on it for quite a while. I'm willing to admit that. But you know what? Sooner or later, we need to get something real to back this. I think low interest rates have driven the market. Some of us on one end of the table believe that excess liquidity is going to lead to future problems. Other people think that the more liquidity, the better. I'm of the belief that we have something ominous on the horizon, and people have to get cautious.
What's going to spark it?
I think what's going to spark it is they're going to feel the need to raise interest rates at some point, and that increase in interest rates is going to affect the psychology of markets, and a lot of investors that have piled into these top 5 stocks are going to run for the door at once. And my concern is always with the regular investor who's got their 401k, who believes that this is going to last forever, 9 years of a bull market. They need to be cautious.
Please remember, you're talking to me. I've got a 401k, and I've got a ton of Microsoft in that 401k.
And he's been around forever.
And you think I'm running for the hills with Microsoft at 74?
I would never tell anyone to run for the hills, but there comes a point where you have to look at the fact that markets don't go up forever, and maybe it makes sense to be a little more cautious and a little less optimistic.
But where do I put the money? If I get out of Microsoft and cash in all that stock, where do I put the money?
Well, there's things like real estate that I still think...
No, it's in my 401k. I can't invest in real estate.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Cash. There's nothing wrong with cash.
0.25%.
I know, but there's nothing wrong with cash and waiting. There's nothing wrong with having some patience, because at some point there will be an opportunity.
Are you coming back?
That's the problem.
As long as they pay the dividend, that's what matters. Okay,
Thank you. I got a 2% dividend at $74 a share. I'm going to sit with it.
Most investors are so heavily invested in stocks now that there's no bond opportunities, so everybody is all in. And when people are all in, that's when everybody heads for the door at once.
Okay, Sica, look at the screen. Can you see that bottom right-hand corner? That's 22,009. We're up 61 points. That's a quarter of 1%.
If I keep talking, it's going to keep
Keep talking, this thing goes up. Don't go. Stay talking. All right, thanks very much. Let's get back to a little politics now. Congressman Brian Babin is with us. He's actually now in Woodville, Texas. He's a Republican from Texas and a frequent guest on this program. I believe where you are is about an hour and a half outside